I want to present a digital guide for communication and media students. I have 4 objectives of the guide. To locate this digital guide is for communication and media students. To know the current trend of mobile learning and the situation in the developing world. To understand the educational approaches which relate to communication and media. To acknowledge kinds of tools of digital learning and learn how to use them in communication and media area. Let's move to the introduction of the trend of mobile learning. Fully investigate that more and more student-age people own the smartphones and tablets. This trend reflects the potential that mobile devices can be used in education way to assist student study. These technologies has high affordance. The technology breaks the limitations of the time and place and provide multimedia information for the student. However, the affordability of the mobile learning is low because of these devices generally at a high price. My home country is China, so I want to give some comments about the mobile learning in China. Although China is a developing country, its current develops rapidly. Yang and Wang documents that mobile learning in China has a significant potential. There are 3 educational approaches I want to explain. First, information transmission. It is a fundamental and familiar way for learning media subject. This learning approach only directs to input knowledge to the student. Secondly, social constructivism. This approach is useful for communication and media student on the study. The subject requires excellent collaborations because designing a program needs director, editor, and photographer. Thirdly, situation learning. It requires students to do the learning action in a real environment, which is relevant to the theory. Communication and media students usually practice the filming skill in the media studio. Now, I want to recommend 5 mobile learning tools for communication and media students. E-book. With this mobile device, people can conveniently read thousands of books, and they need not cost too much to buy a physical book. Communication and media students can use the devices for reading different publications. Online polling. Communication and media students usually need to collect some data from the public. Making a straight interview is a common way. Now the students can do the work by designing a poll online. The technology will automatically analyze all the feedback and give precise results. Educational apps. This technology assists students to have high conceptual understanding and creativity. There is an educational app called Google Classroom in which communication and media students can learn some photograph tips from an online lecture. Also, the student can download news apps for learning how to write a news article. Multimedia recordings. Multimedia is an agglomeration of the pictures, graph, animations, video, and sound that is converted by hardware and software to the student. The technology improves the effectiveness of the information transmission. Communication and media students are familiar with the technology. They usually obtain current information from the radio and video platform such as the YouTube. QR code. The technology allows the student access to a virtual contest by scanning a specific code. It is considered as a tool for facilitating and improving learning process. Communication and media students can scan some QR codes, stick it on camera equipment to know the whole details of those. They need not bring the instructions booklet anytime. It is portable for the students. Here is my peers' comments.